Fundamentals of tree diagrams in 125 seconds. Let's go. When it comes to working with our tree diagrams, guys, the first thing to understand is going to be what they're actually useful for. Let's have a look at this one. We would say that tree diagrams are a useful tool for understanding and organizing information about two or more events. We can see down here that we have two events. We have bus 1, which is either going to be late or not late, and we have bus 2, which again is either going to be late or not late. Let's have a look at this prompt then to understand a little bit more about the information shown. We're told in the prompt that Bob has to catch 2 buses on the way to work, and we're told also that the probabilities of each bus being late are shown below. Let's try to understand this. So we can see that this part of our tree diagram is going to give us our information about bus 1, and we can see that there's going to be a 5/8 probability that bus 1 is late, and there's going to be a 3/8 probability that it's not late. And we can see that these two probabilities add up to make 1, and that is not going to be a coincidence. That's always going to be the case. Why? Because we know that the probabilities of all of our options always have to add up to make 1. Now, what about bus 2 then? This one's going to be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more stuff going on. So we can see down here that if we go along this stick, bus 1's been late, and then we can work out the probability of bus 2 being late given that bus 1 has already been late. And we can see that our probability of bus 2 being late after bus 1 is being late is 7/8, and the probability that it's not late is going to be 1/8. And this is actually going to be different to the probability that bus 2 is late and not late after bus 1 has not been late. So we can see that if bus 1 has not been late, the probability of bus 2 being late is 5/8. So it's a little bit less likely than in the case where bus 1 was late. And we can see that the probability of bus 2 not being late is 3/8. And we can see that it's more likely for bus 2 to not be late after bus 1 has not been late than it is for bus 2 to not be late after bus 1 has been late. So guys, there are going to be some key principles there when it comes to our tree diagrams. Hopefully everything made sense there. Let me know if you have any questions about understanding this and interpreting it in the comments.